Hey guys, welcome to a video where today we will be talking about Stranger Things. We love Stranger Things on this channel, honestly. You will learn to know that.
Yes,
and
very
learn
much.
to love Stranger Things. If you don't, I don't think you should be here. No, I'm just joking. Honestly, stay here if you want.
Yeah, we need the views.
Views. Right, so first I want to talk about a theory I saw, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, right, so Kian, have you seen that theory where the Mind Flayer could be number one? You know, obviously all the
I've actually
numbers.
seen that theory before. I believe it may be true or not. I'm not
It could
sure.
be. It works a lot.
Like the thing is though, because like could it have turned from a human to a monster, or was it a monster originally and they were originally experimenting on the monsters in the Upside Down?
No, but have you seen in that theory that the Mind Flayer created the Upside Down?
I've seen that. With the Mind Flayer create. Yeah, that I guess that makes sense. So the Mind Flayer created the Upside Down. And then
Originally, it could have not been a monster, but like I don't know. You know, the similar way to Elle opened the portal in season 1.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
But that happened, but it actually ended up creating the Upside Down.
Yeah.
And then
Like,
it went in there and kind of thing and grew into a monster. Somehow, I really don't know.
Let me say my thoughts on it. It could have started off as a human, say, like the Mind Flayer, with it being number one, and then obviously, like you said, they create the Upside Down. But if you've seen from like episodes, when they're in the Upside Down, even in season 1, it changed them, and like when they were in there, so maybe whoever it was stayed in there for too long, that it changed them completely. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I guess, because if you look in season 1, if you remember when Elle first of all had to go in the tank thing so she could find Will, and she also found Barb, and Barb was like that, and like honestly, maybe because the monsters weren't there yet, the Mind Flayer actually ended up staying there, rotting there. I don't exactly. That's the one thing I'm not sure on.
Yeah,
how that happened. Not a logical explanation.
Even in series 1, like when the Mind Flayer wasn't there to take over their minds, they were still changing. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like they were still changing.
It was
slightly.
Like, oh, can I think of one? Like it wasn't in its full form yet. Well, it's like it wasn't in this thing. It was still changing. Like I don't. Yeah, I know what you mean, but like I can't explain it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a very good theory. I think actually that would I would really like to see that come true because it would make
it would be good.
Very interesting.
There is another theory though. I don't know if you've seen this one where they say right at the end of series 3, like right at the end in the little clip where we should, where he says not the American. There's been some theories thrown around that could be Dr. Brenner.
Yeah.
Instead of Harper. Because if you look at the trailer, they've revealed Harper's still alive.
Yeah.
And I don't think they would just straight away throw out the biggest character of the series. And in series 2, on the worst episode, I think we all know what episode that is.
Yeah.
When they go to the guy that they're meant to kill, he says he can take them to Dr. Brenner. Yeah. Like, I don't know, it could be Harper, but to be honest, because they've already revealed Harper, I'd want it to be like someone else. And
but
then
even if
Dr.
it wasn't,
Brenner,
if you think about it, Dr. Brenner probably
but the thing
would
is,
be the one. I think you said this the other day. Would be the one that actually introduced them to the Upside Down. So maybe it was Hopper, but like they've actually met Dr. Brenner at a much earlier time time.
Yeah, because I was about to say that they just keeping him prisoner, but they didn't want to feed him because he was like the only one there that'd be able to like get them to be able to access the Upside Down.
Yeah.
So they want to obviously keep him alive instead of feed him to the Demogorgon.
At the same time, then possibly it would make sense if Brenner actually introduced them to the Upside Down, and like that, therefore he knew how like roughly how like a portal could be opened.
Yeah. Although we gotta talk about how much of a surprise that Demogorgon was right at the end, because I don't know about you, but I thought Elle killed them all straight away, like in the first series. Like I was not expecting them to still be alive.
But
so it looks
swear
like for
I've
series
seen
4,
somewhere someone saying it's actually a different type of Demogorgon. I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know if it was just the way the lighting was, but it looked a different colour as well, and it didn't look as tall as it was in series 1. I don't know if that was just because in series 1 it was like height compared to the kids, but
because I've seen actually in season 2 in the tunnels, actually the Demodogs ended up getting back into the Upside Down. Apparently, I don't know. But
yeah, they did.
Dart didn't.
Yeah, Dart did. Oh no, Dart. I'm pretty sure Dart actually made it back in.
I don't know, but like maybe the reason for it not being as tall and looking a bit different and thing is maybe because it's like a Demodog, but it's not quite fully grown. Like it's kind of a teenager phase, if you can call it that.
Yeah, I saw that theory where it's not a fully grown dog or Demogorgon, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's like a teenage phase, kind of, if you can call it that.
Or like a child phase sort of thing. I've seen that theory, yeah.
Like, that explains a lot, and that maybe then... Because if you think about it, in the first place, why were they opening the Upside Down? Give me a sec.
It's the way I guess it is, because, like, I guess they just figured out about it they didn't open the Upside Down on purpose. Because, remember in Series 1, they were just testing on Elle, and then she accidentally opened the Upside Down.
But then Brenner actually, exactly. They seen the Demogorgon when they were testing on Elle, and they sent Elle back to look again, and then she screamed.
It was because they were curious to what it was. So they wanted her to, like, touch it and see what would happen, and then, obviously, because then when she touched it, two worlds obviously collided, and that means, she accidentally opened it.
Yeah, and her scream opened it.
Well, I don't know why they reopened it, and I can't remember. It might have accidentally been reopened in Series 2, but I don't know why they decided it was a good idea to reopen it again.
No, it was still... Remember, at Series 1, they didn't actually end up closing it, so if you remember in Season 2, they were sending people in to burn it, but, like, then, I don't know... Yeah. But then they ended up...
at the end, they closed it. Although...
But then it ended up getting bigger, and I don't know how that happened. They didn't really show much about that. I'm not entirely sure.
We gotta talk about the worst episode there was, though, which was in Series 2.
Yeah, okay.
The one where Elle meets her sister. Like, I think everyone can agree that was the worst episode.
Oh, yeah. Like,
because if you
Season
disagree...
2...
I would like to hear your defense.
It wasn't a bad series. It was just a bad series because it was the worst series because Series 1 was so good, then it was like hype for a new show, and then Season 2 was kind of...
Because most of that stuff as well, you didn't even need. Like, the only thing that actually came good was her learning how to use her powers, finally. Like, to their full potential.
Yeah, and if you think the Brenner scene kind of is important for 2 seasons forward if Brenner actually does come back, which probably is I think that will happen, and that will be good for the story. They teased them in
Season 2 because when they were killing that her son, he said he can take them to Brenner, and he knows where they are, like where Brenner is.
Exactly.
So he could potentially be a return. And in the trailer, I can't remember his name, but you know that guy about 33 seconds in the trailer?
No.
Apparently he plays a villain in a lot of stuff, so I reckon he could also be Hopper's rival for this not movie, for the series.
Yeah, I think, right, so, yeah, that could end up happening. I don't know about the thing. Right, obviously, well, we haven't talked about this yet, but, like, Elle, obviously, when she first got her powers and stuff and was being trained in her powers, she was bald and stuff.
Yeah.
And this kind of supports the Brianna theory as well. But, like,
the Hopper theory where Hopper is, like, this is an unbelievable one that could also be true. But yeah, as we know, Elle was obviously bald when she first got her powers. And obviously in the trailer, Hopper's bald. So I have seen this one theory be thrown around that Hopper could potentially have Elle's powers. And then, like, that's where her powers have gone.
But, like, maybe they've also turned Hopper actually evil. I don't know about that, because they probably learnt their mistakes with Elle. If Hopper has got his powers and tried to turn him.
Yeah, there is one other thing I think, because obviously Hopper survived the blast, or did he? Because he, like, I reckon in series 3, you know when Billy got sucked into the Upside Down?
Yeah.
He saw multiple of himself. So I believe that it's not actually Hopper, and it could be one of the, like, Upside Down versions of Hopper.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm guessing, like, one of the only ways Hopper could have survived that blast is if he went into the Upside Down.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, like, it does make sense.
And I just thought, Hopper probably would have been the one in the cell, because I think, this is what I think, yeah, Brian is back, but he wasn't the one in the cell. They found out about him earlier, and he's given the Russians knowledge on all the Upside Down and stuff, and how to open, like, because he has a little bit of knowledge how to.
Yeah, because he does have a lot of knowledge on the Upside Down.
So.
Well, he doesn't. He knows as much as the others, but yeah, he does have some of the most knowledge on the Upside
Down. I
don't
agree with this at all, but I've seen a lot of theories saying, like, possibly they've gone, they might in season 4 time travel. I really don't agree with that, honestly.
I hope that doesn't happen.
That is one thing. But a lot of the theories kind of make sense for other theories. So, like, if one theory happens, it kind of puts the possibility for another one to happen and would make logical sense.
Yeah.
Like, basically, theories, like, some theories make sense to be tied in with other theories, you know?
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. It's kind of confusing, but yeah.
What's it called? Yeah, I've seen this other theory, though, that the Upside Down is actually just, like, the future of Earth, where it's being affected.
I've seen that.
Obviously. And, like, it's kind of believable, but it's not at the same time.
It kind of is. I want to throw this funny thing in. I was watching The Simpsons, and it was a Treehouse of Horror episode in season 31, and literally it was like a Stranger Things parody thing. It was funny, and it's kind of like the Upside Down was called the Over Under.
Yeah.
The storyline and stuff was messed up. It was weird, but yeah.
I gotta say though, how, you know, in season 1 with Elle.
Yeah.
I gotta say how the lab was actually based all on true events.
Yeah.
That was actually carried out by the US government, which is quite surprising to hear.
And creepy. Luckily, the Upside Down doesn't exist, though. Luckily,
well,
yeah.
who knows? They could just be hiding it.
Oh my god. Oh, so that's what I could hear in my closet. It was a Demogorgon.
Yeah, that thing you see at night is a Demogorgon. Yeah, and I saw this other thing that Stranger Things was Stranger Things was meant to be called MODOK, I think it was. Which I'm glad they didn't call it that. And apparently, instead of it having the same cast every season, it was meant to be like obviously whenever the first season set, I can't remember, to like early 2000 and then 2020 and stuff like that, which I'm very glad they did not do. Otherwise, it would have completely ruined it, I think.
And it would have been unfair on the cast, honestly.
There's also another thing where they actually wanted to kill, Steve? They actually wanted to kill him off in the first season.
What?
But his, what's his name?
To kill them. They wouldn't have even been able to have the best friendship ever.
Yeah. But the actor who plays Steve, I can't remember his name, actually refused and he wouldn't accept this. So luckily they kept him alive, and then we got the Dustin and Steve friendship. Which is one of the best friendships in Stranger Things. And then it was
kind of a three-way friendship in season 3.
Yeah. There was also another thing that could tie into series 4, I think. Yeah, series 4. And it's how that, how Murray Bauman something. Yeah, anyway. So there's one thing how in Stranger Things, when Hopper leaked Murray Bauman's phone number, if you actually call it, he replies with a voice message for Joyce, which he says he has something like special to tell Joyce. It's not it is special, but he needs to tell her like ASAP. In which that could mean he's found out about Hopper being alive and in Russia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, 1 second. He's leaked his number. So, and he says he's got something to tell Joyce, which sounds like he could have obviously found out, Hopper's alive and everything. In which means near the start they could go find out about Hopper being alive, and they could get Hopper back at the start, like near the start. Not gonna lie, it was upsetting when Hopper and Alexi died. Because even though the final episode of Series 3 is personally my favourite, it's also like one of the worst in a way. I honestly, in my opinion, I'm ranking the seasons. Series 3 is the best, then 1, and then 2. Because Series 3 was like the big series, if you know what I mean. It had the best action. Well, yeah, it had the best action. I reckon the best acting, probably. The best script. And, the best special effects.
Yeah.
So I love how they just, built the story up loads in Series 3.
Yeah.
And then ended it off with, obviously, everything that happened.
Right, so I think we should end off with maybe talking about what we think should happen and, what we think will happen in Season 4 and what we would like to see and what would be brilliant. So, obviously, we've already talked about a few things, but let's kind of... everything we talked about what could happen in Season 4 and the theories and stuff, kind of jam them together into a detailed conversation about Season 4.
Did I say about if you call Murray Bauman,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, you started off.
So, right. Actually, we've all 1 minute. Let me pull up something. I will put a picture on screen. Right, so the first episode will be titled Chapter 1, The Hellfire Club. I don't exactly...
I've seen that. Yeah, the Hellfire Club. Anyway, let's start. Yeah, so apparently the first episode is going to be called Chapter 1, Hellfire Club. And I've actually seen some stuff about that. Because you know how the Will Byers and Elle have moved out of Hawkins now and they said we're not in Hawkins anymore.
Yeah.
It's gonna, because apparently they've been getting new cast members and everything. It's gonna be like the new main characters that they introduce like every season, and they're gonna be I reckon they're gonna be the like bullies of Will in his new hometown, like wherever he's gonna go. I reckon.
It could be.
And then obviously they like maybe one night, how it always seems to happen. I'm not saying it's like bad or anything, but like one night they're just chasing him, and then they get caught up with something in the Upside Down, and then they're joining him, and then end up like becoming friends or something.
Yeah. It could be anything really. Right. The next one is interesting. Episode 2 will be titled TikTok Mr. Clock. That is interesting.
Oh, TikTok Mr. Clock. Oh, yeah, there's like a fan art thing. I don't know what it's called. Let me search it up on YouTube, see what it's called.
I'll send you it as well. There's an image being posted by the...
This is the official announcement. It's in the official announcement.
What is now?
So on the YouTube thing, it's on the official announcement.
Yeah.
Where, like, I'll show you the video now so you can see it. There's a clock on there. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a clock on one of the trees. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what you're on about.
Yeah.
Like, what I was on about. You just sent me.
Is there... Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Who knows with the clock?
That's actually not a tree, I don't think. I think it's a grandfather clock.
I don't know, to be honest, but yeah.
That could have a bit... Seen as it's in the announcement thing, that could have a massive part to do with the story, which...
Yeah, because if you watch, like, a breakdown of the official announcement, you'll see loads of, like, things they've hidden that people have spotted.
Yeah.
And, like, you'll get an idea of what it is and everything. But I guess time will tell, really. Because we should have had season 4, like, roundabout now.
Yeah.
But good old COVID decided to come in and say hello. But they've only planned for season 4, and they're not planning to do any more, according to the Duffer Brothers. But, like, some of the producers want to do a season 5.
Yeah. I don't know. I swear I've seen the Duffer Brothers have said they like...
I'm pretty sure they said there's a possibility they could do season 5. But the thing is, if they stretch Stranger Things, as much as I'd love a season 5, if they stretch Stranger Things out too long, then that could also make season 5 bad, if you know what I mean. If they just stretch it out for too long.
But...
Because that's the problem with many Netflix series. They just stretch them out for too long, and then it just, like, ruins the entire thing.
Really, it depends depends how they end off season 4.
Yeah, I feel like in season 4 we really are gonna lose, like lose now. Not even fake death sort of thing. A main character at the end.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see what the clock means, because it's got to be a big part of the season.
Yeah, especially if it's in the official announcement.
And, 1 minute, let me go back to where I was. I can't even find it now. But and the third one will be named Snooze You Lose. I don't know what that will be.
Snooze You Lose?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, really.
Me neither.
It could be something where maybe they're in a race. Like, this sounds pretty dumb, to be honest. But, like, they're in a race with, like, a Demogorgon or something. Like, in a race with something to do with the Upside Down. To stop something. So if they fail something, they'll lose the race, if you know what I mean. Like, it sounds kind of dumb. But that's the only thing I can currently come up with.
I know. I think episode 2 will be where, like, you actually see Joyce getting that phone call.
Yeah.
The message. and then see episode 3 they actually talk, and then what's his name says his stuff. Murray Bauman says his stuff, and then they find out about Hopper. I don't know, maybe about the Demogorgon. I'm not exactly sure about that, but yeah.
To be honest though, what I would like to see them do with season 4 is keep Hopper out for the first couple of episodes. Actually, that just made me think. You know, with the Snoozy Loos.
Yeah.
It could be they find out that Hopper, obviously in the real world, is a fake.
Yeah.
But like, he's got one in the Upside Down, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
And if they don't get to him quick enough, he dies.
That's a good idea. That is good.
So, and they find out about him in episode 3.
Hopefully they just don't pull a season 2 and like wait for Elle to come in the second to last episode.
I would like to see them keep Hopper out for like the first 2 or 3 episodes, like start bringing him in the 3rd episode, and like just for the first episode introduce like Will's and Elle's like new place, if you know what I mean, like where they're living, and then obviously ended off with something like series 3, but not with all the deaths.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to be honest, I want series 3 to, and not series 3, series 4 to be a 10 episode series instead of 8.
Yes.
Because that would be good, I reckon.
I'm interested to see what they do with the Shadow Monster. I wonder if it's gonna be his last. Like they actually once and for all defeat him. But if the theory about like maybe they find out he's number 1, but I don't know if they'll actually
could potentially be number 1, but
like maybe I don't know, because I think if they once and for all get rid of the Shadow Monster, I think that will destroy the Upside Down. Therefore, that would be the final season. So I don't know if there is going to be a season 5. That's probably going to be the final season, because by then I think they would have dried out the Shadow Monster thing, the Mind Flayer, and killed him off, and probably maybe kill unless a new entity comes along. But I think by then there will be time to say goodbye to Stranger Things.
Yeah, because that's the thing. That's why series 5 is a bit of they should do but they shouldn't do, because unless they actually take out the Mind Flayer in series 4 and what's it called, and the Upside Down obviously still survives, I wouldn't like the same villain for 3 series in a row. Well, he's not really a villain, but you know what I mean, like the main person they're trying to stop. Well, not a person, like a monster they're trying to stop. I wouldn't like it to be the same 3 series in a row, and I'd want something to change.
I think season 4, but
same 3 series in a row.
That's why season 4 could be the final season, because like they won't want to keep the Mind Flayer for too long, but then it would be quite hard for them to bring around a new big villain to the story for the like to basically keep a thing.
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to imagine, really. But I just don't really have anything.
Season 4 is amazing.
Yes.
And hope everything goes well. They don't mess anything up. They don't have any more episodes like the series 2-1 where Elle meets her sister.
Yeah, so we should probably end it in a minute. I just want to say, season 4, they're probably gonna kill off a big character. What big character is that? I don't know. Consider subscribing, because this is gonna take me hours. No, this is gonna take me hours to edit. I'm gonna cry.
I don't think anyone ever asked though.
Bye. Oh.